Larry told all of us and the media, he said, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this one left-handed.
He's installed Jerome Kersey in the starting lineup.
Well, he's put a tiger in the tank. He feels that Jerome Kersey is going to give him some aggressiveness, particularly against Larry Bird.
Jerome Kersey's guarding Larry. And I think his first 8 or 10 points were left-handed. And at that point, McHale was still coming off the bench. And so we score. Larry scores his 6th point on some kind of left-handed shot.
Bird against Kersey.
And McHale goes, hey, Jerome, wait till he starts shooting right-handed.
Change for Bird, another three-point try.
Well, left-handed is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one. I think it went right down the wire, and we might have won by 1 point.
Beat you right there. You got to keep them under control. They don't.
And the Blazers have timeout here in the first quarter. Bird backdoor.
There was another time we played San Antonio where Larry was like 10 for 10 from the field, 10 for 10 from the line, and early in the fourth quarter, we beat him by about 20, and he told Casey, he goes, "This isn't any fun, coach. Take me out." He goes, "This isn't." He goes, "They're not even a challenge tonight."
Bird winds up again, 3 points. 3 for 3 for LD. Oh, mercy.
And of course, as luck would have it, Larry Bird has an unbelievable night. Every shot he took, Irving is guarding him. And as every shot went in that Larry took, he went further back and kept on saying to Irving, "Aren't you going to guard me? Can't you do any better?" I mean, he was the greatest soft-spoken trash talker I've ever met. Finally, it got too much, and I look up and I see them choking each other.
The thing that always stands out to me about Larry was his unwavering confidence. I mean, he had a level of confidence that was far superior to the rest of us. And I think that we were all very confident people.
He's trying different kinds of shots this year than he did any time in his career.
We just didn't think we were going to lose. And we lost some games throughout the year. I can remember one in particular where I was mad at Kevin and Bill before the game. They were messing around in Dallas, and I was very upset. So I went out and I told them, "I don't need you guys. I'll win it by myself." I score 50 and we lose. But I made my point.
He told me a story about Xavier McDaniel. He said,
X-Man, yeah.
X, I'm going to get the ball right here. I'm going to shoot a jumper right in your face.
They called timeout. He said, "You know I'm going to get it." And I said, "I know, I'm going to be waiting." And he said, "I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face."
10 seconds. 5, and Bird has the basketball. Look out. Larry Bird just phenomenal the way that
He came out with right about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face. And he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. He wanted to shoot it with 0 seconds on the clock. I walked back to the sideline.
up to Vincent. He's got McHale, finds Bird. Oh, what a nice pass by the rookie.
Larry was a serious trash talker in the sense that he would challenge people to be able to either block this shot or get a hand up on this play, or so it was all in I think good nature, but still a way of challenging teams that we were playing against to be able to match his skills.
I'm not a limelight type of guy. I'm not a self-promoter. I sort of let my basketball do my talking. I love to play the game.
Bird coming around. Oh, what a pass to Parrish!
I don't know other athletes, but if they're treated as well as I was treated in Boston, they should be very grateful, because it was the ride of my life. There's no question about it. It was the best time of my life, and I'll never forget it.
But when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says, left side across the 3, and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
I think Bird went by the bench one time too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And, and so it was a bad night.
Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against. And he told me 2 things one game. Our rotations, double teaming Kevin McHale, always had to rotate to the corner, and Larry Bird was the one shooting it. You know, so he shot one, and I mean, I'm trying to block this shot, and he would just tell me, Scott, you're a little too late. You know, a little too late. So we playing him in the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there that corner. He said, they're going to set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out. He said, I'm going to curl right over. And he's telling us to play. He's telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, I'm going to go right over to that corner, and I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ,
the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out, the man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me? This is my Larry Bird story.
I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful.
Wait, who's the white guy you put on it?
I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. But he says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me. And I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing in the middle of a game.
We're playing Phoenix, and we're way ahead, okay? And we're down in the old Saddle Dome that they had outside.
Right.
And Larry, you know, we're playing good as a team. Larry has the worst fourth quarter known to man. I mean, he's throwing the ball to the other team. I'm like, good Lord, we had like a 15-point lead. Next thing you know, we're down 2. And I'm like, oh, how in the world are we going to lose this game? And Larry says, I'm going to bust the play. I'm going to shoot a 3. And I'm like, Bertie, it's just getting to overtime. I'm going to Robert. You know, Robert, we need to get into overtime, man. Try to get this ship right because we're sinking, man. So, you know, Larry not only tells me that, he walked by the bench and says, you know, typical Bertie, just real slow, fixing to bust a 3 on your guys and go home. And so he breaks the play.
Maxwell waits. Maxwell gets it to Bird. Bird turns and shoots, and
Larry hits it. He looks at the bench and goes, told you so. That was Bertie. And just, he had the confidence, man. That dude had so much confidence. He talked to the coaches. He talked to everybody. He was talking trash all the time, man. But fun. Great competitor, man.
We do have video of this. It lasted about 9 days, as a matter of fact.
Yes, it did. This was me getting 56 there against Detroit.
That's something you don't see often right there, was a skinny Quinn Buckman.
And there I go, getting 56, feeling pretty good about myself. And it was 9 days later. As a matter of fact, towards the end of the game, Larry came up to me and said, I said, I'm going to come out. It was 1.5 or 2 minutes ago in the game. Larry said, were you crazy? I said, no, I'm had enough, man. We're ahead. And he goes, if I get that hot, I'm not stopping. Well, 9 days later, he got that hot. I said, you stop. And he said, no.
So that's it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you guys smash the like button. Let's see if we can hit 100 likes. And also subscribe to the channel to catch all the new content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.